Alright everyone, welcome to EyeQ Math. EyeQ Math is a powerful and mentally intelligent card game. And that math game was created to intoxicate the mind of the young people so that they can love math. So we hope that you'll like what you're going to see today. Today we're going to be doing something exciting. If you have a child between the age of 9 and 13, go grab that child right now so that we can show how to do this. And we're going to do it in about 5 minutes. We're going to show your child how to multiply the 11 to 19 timetable in about 5 minutes. Now, while you're grabbing your child, just so that you know what EyeQ Math is, EyeQ Math is a game that I created with my wife when my daughter was young. And when she was 5, we had a chance to help her. She did not know anything about multiplication. I needed to find a way to introduce that to her. So in 2 hours, I was able to help her to multiply the 0 times table, the 1 times table, 9, 10, 11 times table. And when I brought her to her mom was just amazed. In just 2 hours that her daughter was able to learn these. And because of that, we have taken the same technique and taught it to other children so that they too can understand math concept. And my oldest daughter, and she is right now a senior in college. She graduated high school at 15, entered the university at 16, and at 18, she was a senior. So this thing works. It helps young mind to be developed early on so that they can later on grab onto harder things. So let's get started. All right. If you have your child in the room, you are going to be there to help, to assist, to make sure that the child is doing everything correctly. This is what we're going to do. Before we start, we want to make sure that child already have the foundation for multiplication because we're going to go to a higher level. So we want to test with about 6 questions. If they have it correct, then we can get them to move on to what I'm going to teach them. Okay. If not, and if they didn't do too well, that's fine. We will be putting some other videos in the future, and we'll also show how the EyeQ Math card game works. All right, let's get started. First question, 5 times 5. What is 5 times 5? All right, 5 times 5 is 25. Good. What is 2 times 9? 2 times 9 is 18. Yes. What is 4 times 7? 4 times 7 is 28. All right. Here comes some harder ones. 9 times 8. Now don't be scared because it has 9 in it. 9 times 8. Very easy. 9 times 8 is 72. Great job. What is 7 times 7? 7 times 7 is, drum rolls, it's 49. What is 6 times 11? 6 times 11 is 66. All right. So if your child has answered most of these questions right, then they are ready and to get started. And if you have gotten it right, those questions right, I want you to be proud of yourself. Give yourself some high five, and whoever's around you, give them an exploding fist bump. All right? Yes. As we start, we're going to write it down so that your mind can see it. You can hear me saying it, and you can touch your paper doing it. So all your 5 senses will be involved. But it's very simple. Let's get started. You're going to learn by tips and steps. Everything that I give you, do it exactly the same. And you're going to see how quickly you're going to become a master. Alright, so this is what we're going to be doing. If you can multiply 17 times 15 in your mind right now, you got it. But we're going to take 5 minutes to get this done. Let's start with an easy number first. Let's start 13 times 12. What is 13 times 12? Yes, go ahead and answer. What is 13 times 12? All right, time is up. All right, so that's okay if you didn't get it. We're going to work on it together. Here is the first tip. So Take the bottom back number 2, you see it's in blue, and add it to the top number, the 13. So you take the bottom back number 2, add it to the 13, you get 15. Simple. What you do, step 2. Step 2 says place, and that's very important. Not add, but place a 0 on the back of the answer you just got in tip 1. That's all you do. Place a 0 behind the 15, you get 150. And next, tip 3. Multiply the back two numbers. The back two numbers 3 and 2. What is 3 times 2? 6, yeah. And that's the reason why we were testing you before. Okay? So 3 times 2 is 6. What is the last thing you do? You add tip 3 to tip 2. So you had 6, you add it to 50, you get 156. Very simple. But what happened is that we broke it down so that your mind can hold on to those pieces without failing. Let's go over it again. Now, tip 1 says take the 2 at the bottom, back number, and add it to the number on top, the entire number on top. And then you place a 0 behind that answer. So the answer in tip 1 was 15. You place a 0 behind that answer, you get 150. And tip 3 says multiply the back two numbers. 3 times 2, that gives you 6. So now you take the 6, tip number 4 says you take that 6 and add it to 150. What I usually do, whatever answer is in tip 2, I put it in my left hand. Okay? And I make a mental note, my left hand. So I have 150 in my left hand. And then I go to the right hand and I do tip 3. And I multiply the back two numbers. So now I have 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. When I put those together, when I bring those together, okay, in tip 4, and I get 156. Alright? Now I want you to practice. You did good. I want you to pause and go over the steps. Okay? That's all you have to do. Tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, tip 4. So to multiply 11 to the 19 times table, you have 4 steps. 16 times 15. So you take the 5, add it to the 16. You get 21. That's right. Step 2 says place a 0 behind the 21. Now you have 210. Good. So you put that on your left hand, 210. Remember that's the number you got in your on your left hand. Now on your right hand, you take the 6 and multiply it times the 5, and you get 30. So 6 times 5 is 30. So now tip 4 says to do this. Take tip 3 and tip 2, add them together. So you have 30 plus 210, that's 240. You got it. That's all it takes to make this work. Alright, so now that you have the hang of it, let's do a couple of practice. Let's start with 15 times 15. What do you do? Okay, first you take the 5 that's at the bottom, add it to the top number, which is 20. Step 2 says to place a 0 behind that number. Step 3 says to take the back numbers and multiply them. Now remember I said this number here, you're going to put it on your left hand so that you can remember it. Okay? So now you take the 5 times 5 is 25. Now, as you can see, it is very easy for your mind to remember these numbers because your left hand already have the 200, and then on the right hand you have the 25. So your final answer is 225. Very easy to remember. Right? Now let's do another practice. Let's do 17 times 12. Same way. First thing you do is what? Alright, take the 2 and add it to the 17, you get 19. Step 2 says place a 0 behind it. And then step 3, you remember step 3 says to multiply the back number. 2 times 7 is 14. So the 190 is on your left hand, and then now you have 14. The only thing you do in your mind is just add them very quickly. 200 and yes, you got it. That's all it takes to do the EyeQ math multiplication from 11 to the 19 times table. Alright, thank you so much for working with us on this technique. Please like us, please subscribe to us, and we will come back with more videos. And if you want the card game, you can get it on our website, EyeQmath.com. Get it, and it's also on Amazon. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us, and we hope to see you soon. Ciao!